a part of the greatest generation. Sacred Heart Elementary School, Amesbury, Massachusetts, newly constructed in 1928. Ray, at 5 years old, was enrolled that year as a pre-primary student. His older brother, Henry, began in the first grade class. Joining them, their longtime friends and neighbors, Lukey Breton and his younger sister, Yvette. Later, Henry and Lukey both repeated their first grade, and all four would be classmates into their high school years. After their 8th grade graduation from Sacred Heart School, the Breton family moved from Whitehall Road to Winter Street, across from the St. Germain family home. Many of the St. Germain family photographs include Yvette and Lukey as part of the family. Lukey with the 3 sons in the St. Germain family. Yvette with the St. Germain's 5 daughters. Amesbury, an old New England mill town, was a great place to grow up on bikes or on foot. There were lots of activities to enjoy. They had acres of forest to explore. Lake Gardner near the center of the town for summer swimming and winter skating. There was also a popular ski area, Locks Hill, a Strand movie theater, and downtown stores. Beaches were a short drive. Hampton Beach and Salisbury Beach. In their senior year of high school, the U.S. government instituted the first peacetime conscription and required men of some age groups to register with local draft boards. Henry, Yvette, and Ray graduated from Amesbury High School, June 1941. Lukey was not in their graduating class. He left school for work to help with family finances, which was not uncommon in the Depression years. Later, the 3 were all employed by the Portsmouth Navy Yard and earned machinist training certificates. It was a premier submarine construction facility. It built 787 submarines. They employed over 25,000 workers between 1940 and 1945. Portsmouth produced nearly 1/3 of the U.S. Navy's new submarines. Because of their jobs in a defense-related industry, they were exempt from the draft, but also qualified for the Naval Reserve's Volunteer Specialist branch and could volunteer to serve for the duration of the war. Lukey was the first to join the Navy in August 1942 as a volunteer specialist. His primary training was provided by the Wentworth Institute in Boston. Henry also joined the Navy the following month. Unlike Lukey, he volunteered as military personnel for a fixed number of years and was qualified for specialty training programs. He attended the Chicago Vocational School and the Air Technical Training Center in Memphis. Ray enlisted a few months after Henry, near the year end in 1942. Like Lukey, he entered the Naval Reserves to serve for the duration of the war. Ray commented that it was not too difficult to leave Amesbury, partly because so many of his friends and cousins had already left before him. After his basic training at the Great Lakes Naval Station, Ray attended the newly formed Chicago Navy Pier Naval Training Center, a premier site for training aviation mechanics and carrier pilots. While Ray was at Navy Pier in the following summer, Lukey was attached to the U.S. Maddox destroyer 622. Lukey had the opportunity to visit home in early June before leaving. On June 8, 1943, his ship departed Norfolk for Oran, Algeria, North Africa. Under military secrecy, the ship would participate in a massive invasion into Italy by Allied forces. It would be the largest amphibious operation of the war at the time, involving over 3,000 ships and 4,000 aircraft, surpassing the Normandy landings in number of troops landed on the first day. The invasion forces landed on the southern coast of Sicily, July 10th. During the opening phase, the USS Maddox was sunk by Axis aircraft near Gela, Sicily. The Maddox sank quickly, within a few minutes. Lukey was lost in the Mediterranean Sea, along with 208 of his shipmates. His family was notified by telegram.
The Navy Department deeply regrets to inform you that your son, Lucien Silvio Breton, Machinist Mate 2nd Class, U.S. Naval Reserve, is missing, following action in the performance of his duty and in the service of his country.
Among the missing sailors was another Amesbury friend, Albert Bergeron, a classmate since childhood days at Sacred Heart School. Lukey and all sailors lost in the battle are memorialized on marble tablets at the Brothers in Arms Monument in the Sicily, Rome American Cemetery.
Here are recorded the names of Americans who gave their lives in the service of their country and who sleep in unknown graves.